Welcome to Sofia, Bulgaria, the capital city that's over 2,000 years old and somehow manages to mix Roman ruins, Ottoman mosque, and Soviet-style buildings all within a few blocks. We kicked off our first half day just wandering. No map, no plan, just letting the city surprise us. Our first stop, the archaeological reserve of Serdica, or what's left of the ancient Roman Sofia. Serdica was once called the pride of Emperor Constantine. Parts of the ruins were uncovered during construction of the subway. You can still see old Roman streets and house foundations under the modern city. And we don't know why there's a Woodrow Wilson statue. If you know, let us know in the comments. A great way to spend a half day? The Sofia Graffiti Art Tour. One of the coolest ways to see the modern side of the historic city. Sofia walls are covered in political art, surreal murals, and hidden messages, kind of like history meets hip-hop. Sofia has a growing urban art scene supported by local collectives. Many murals change yearly, so every visit feels a little different. The city even has entire building walls dedicated to graffiti art. Tucked behind the government buildings, like it's hiding from history, is the ancient Rotunda Church of St. George. Built in the 4th century, it's one of the oldest buildings in Sofia. You walk in and you instantly feel like you step through a time portal. Inside, frescoes date back to the 10th century. It's built on the site of a Roman bath. It is still used for services today, making it a living piece of history. Right next door is a presidential palace that hosts the changing of the guard. The precision, the uniforms, the straight faces. It's like a real-life TikTok trend called Don't Blink Challenge, Bulgarian edition. The ceremony happens every hour, and the uniforms are inspired by those worn during the Bulgarians' monarchy era. The guards are part of Bulgaria's National Guard unit, which dates back to 1879. Ivan Vazov National Theatre opened in 1907 and is Bulgaria's oldest theater. Named after the country's most famous writer, Ivan Vazov, the fountain in front is a popular summer hangout spot. We wrapped up our day with one of our favorite spots, Happy Bar and Grill. It's the Bulgarian version of TGI Fridays, but with way better food and portions that can feed a small army. Seriously, we were so happy after that meal. This is one of Bulgaria's most popular restaurant chains. The menu mixes local dishes with sushi and burgers. Day 2 started with a quick no-weight workout in our apartment. Gotta earn that breakfast, right? We always try to get some kind of workout in the morning.
Good morning, everyone. Well, at least it's morning here where we are. Eamon was here about 30 years ago and he's wanted to bring me back for many years. So today we're going to go out and see some historical sites. We're going to keep track of the things that we do so we can relay those costs to you so that you know how much it costs to spend a day in Sofia, Bulgaria. Here we go.
Let's go. We did a little research and then headed to Makitsa and coffee for a traditional Bulgarian breakfast. Think warm fried dough, powdered sugar, and coffee that's strong enough to make you see the future.
Okay, so we stopped to have a traditional Bulgarian breakfast with something called a makitsa. I got savory with cream cheese and ham, and Damon got sweet, no surprise, Nutella and banana.
What do you mean, no surprise?
Oreo milkshake for breakfast.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I got a iced latte with vegan milk. And our total cost was, you go ahead.
$23.45 lev. Interesting about this Oreo milkshake, it's basically milk that was shaken up with Oreo, so it's not even frozen ice cream. So using Makitsa as our starting point, today's walk is going to be about 5K or about 3 miles. Bottle of water, 120 lev. Our first stop, the Church of St. Nicholas. Also known as the Russian Church, It looks like a fairy tale, smells like incense, and feels like you're stepping into a piece of Russian history that somehow teleported to Bulgaria. Built in 1914 for the Russian embassy staff. The crypt beneath houses the remains of Saint Seraphim. Many of the locals come here to write wishes on paper and leave them by his tomb. Now the moment Charisma has been waiting for, the Antique and Artisan Fair. It's the kind of place where you'll find everything from vintage medals, handmade spoons, and even paintings. You might not need anything, but trust me, you're going to leave with something anyway. This is a popular spot for antique collectors and travelers. You can often find items from Bulgaria's socialist era. And don't forget, bargaining is always part of the fun.
How much are your pins?
So the Olympic Games with space are more or less 10 euros, but I can make a better price. Those Soviet ones in the Bulgarian, 90% of them are 5 euros, just a few maybe Chanel ones are 10 euros. But it's start of the day, if you like a few pieces, I can make any of them 5 euros. It's no problem.
Tsar Samuel is a medieval Bulgarian ruler famous for his bravery. The glowing eyes symbolize his heartbreak after losing his army. He ruled from 997 to 1014 AD. Maybe Sofia's most iconic landmark, St. Alexander Nevsky Cathedral. It's huge, it's golden, and it smells like candles in history. A fun fact, it can hold up to 10,000 people, basically the entire population of her Instagram followers. Construction began in 1882 and was completed in 1912, taking about 30 years to finish. It was built to honor the 200,000 Russian soldiers who died during the Russo-Turkish War, 1877 to 1878, the war that helped liberate Bulgaria from the Ottoman rule. This cathedral symbolizes the deep cultural and religious ties between Bulgaria and Russia. It's one of the largest Eastern Orthodox cathedrals in the world and among top 10 by size. Hidden beneath the Grand Cathedral, the Crypt Museum feels like stepping into another world, quieter, cooler, and filled with centuries of spiritual artistry. This underground museum houses one of the largest collections of Orthodox Christian icons in Eastern Europe, spanning from the 9th to the 19th century. As you walk down the marble steps, you'll notice how the sound from the city fades away, replaced by a soft echo of your footsteps and a warm glow of low lights reflecting off golden halos. Each wall is lined with icons, saints, archangels, and biblical scenes, all painted in the unmistakable Orthodox style, rich in symbolism and gold leaf. Many of the icons come from the monasteries and churches across Bulgaria, carefully preserved here to showcase the evolution of Bulgarian religious art. You can trace history through brushstrokes, from the Byzantine influence to the more colorful and emotional Bulgarian Renaissance works. It's quiet and surprisingly moving. Even if you're not religious, you'll feel the weight of the centuries of faith and craftsmanship around you. And here's the best part, it's never crowded, so if you're looking for an off-the-radar spot under one of Bulgaria's busiest landmarks, here it is. Nearby, we paid a visit to the old Turkish barracks, a reminder of the old Ottoman era. It's one of those spots you might walk by without realizing how many centuries of history are baked into these walls. Next, we visited the Banya Bashi Mosque. We didn't go inside because we weren't sure if there was a service going on or not. It was designed by the famous Ottoman architect Mimar Sinan, built in 1566 during the Ottoman rule. It's the only working mosque in Sofia today. Its name literally means many baths because it's next to ancient thermal springs. It still serves Sofia's Muslim community today.
He's got his strong beliefs. My lover's got no pain. He's got his strong beliefs.
Here we have a domed Orthodox church. It's supposed to be elaborate decorating inside. Doubt we'll be able to get to film, but we'll see. St. Nedelya Cathedral has survived explosions, earthquakes, and time, and it still stands strong. It's a beautiful symbol of how Sofia keeps rebuilding itself, one century at a time. It was originally built in the 10th century, destroyed in a 1925 bombing, and then later rebuilt. It houses the relics of a Serbian king. Alright, we're at a underground Roman archaeological site, the western gate of Zheravna. Here's where the western gate of ancient Zheravna once stood. If walls could talk, these would probably complain about all the earthquakes and construction over the centuries. It was discovered in the 1970s during construction and once connected Zheravna with the Roman road to the Adriatic Sea. So this is a water supply and sewer system where their water traveled through the ceramic conduits right there. Alright, Chrisma, I'll give you one lev if you can tell me who that is up there.
That is Saint Sophia.
Bingo, nice job. Saint Sophia monument, locally made of brass and copper, I believe.
Thank you for my 60 cents.
I'll fact check that copper and brass. And believe it or not, more Roman ruins. This is the western gate of Zheravna. I don't see any visitors, so it's probably closed. But you get a pretty good view just from street level. Alright, so we made it to the other side of this, I guess, park. And I went in to the office to see if we had to pay. And the guy had his feet kicked up on a desk, fast asleep, so I didn't want to wake him up. I wouldn't think they would charge us, since you can see the same thing from the bottom or from the top, but you never know.
So I ordered a fruit salad and they gave me ice cream on top.
Bonus.
It's very good.
If you're going to visit a tourist center, make it Tram 83 Tourist Center. So these are the ruins that were dug up of the old Ottoman baths. From what I understand, they are partially covered by the mosque here. So there are some baths that are underneath that mosque. The baths were built in the 16th century and they functioned until the early 20th century. Alright, here we are. The ancient hot springs of Zheravna. Charisma is going to test the temperature and let us know how hot they are.
If it's scalding, that's perfect because that's what you take showers in.
Ooh, it is hot.
Is it hot? People are filling up.
You'll see locals filling up bottles from these very hot springs. Yep, you can drink it. It's all natural spa water. Just don't expect it to taste like Avion. It's said to help with digestion and skin health. It's free and open to everyone, and it's been used since Roman times.
Alright, our last planned stop of the day, the Regional History Museum of Sofia. Let's check it out.
The Regional History Museum used to be a bathhouse, and now it's one of Sofia's most photogenic museums. Inside you're going to find everything from ancient jewelry to royal carriages. Basically, it's Sofia's version of a time capsule. It's housed in the former Central Mineral Baths building. It opened up as a museum in 2015. The exhibits cover prehistoric to modern Bulgarian history.
Alright, 8 lev and 9 lev.
And then we walked straight into a fairy tale, literally. Hans and Gretel is a candy shop that looks like it was designed for sugar-loving elves. You'll walk in for photos and walk out with cavities. It's located near the pedestrian Vitosha Boulevard. This place is known for its whimsical decor and huge lollipops. It's an Instagram famous spot for tourists, and it smells like pure happiness.
So we went into Hans and Gretel, which is the cutest little candy shop, and they had these massive cotton candy, but they also had these bubble waffles. So I decided I wanted to have one because we had one in Stockholm. It was really good. I'm not sure what this sauce is, but the ice cream is popcorn flavored, which I've never had before. So I wanted to try that. That's really good. Highly recommend.
We ended our sightseeing day with a walk through the National Palace of Cultural Park. It's a massive open space surrounded by fountains, cafes, and locals just living their life. It's the perfect sunset spot to reflect on Sofia's mix of ancient history and modern charm. For dinner, we headed to the Izvada Tavern, a cozy, underground-style Bulgarian restaurant that feels like you've been invited to your grandma's kitchen. Izvada means the cellar, which is fitting for the rustic interior. It's known for its hearty traditional dishes like shopska salad and stuffed peppers. Live folk music sometimes adds to the atmosphere here. And to wrap the night up, drinks at Kiba.
Hi, so we have reached the end of our first full day in Sofia, Bulgaria, and we went over the prices with you of all the things that we did today. Our approach to the day was not that we lived on a budget, but just kind of did normal things. So you can make it cheaper if you want to, or you can make it more expensive depending upon the choices that you make. One of the things that did surprise me is that most of the places we went to don't charge an entrance fee, but if they see you taking videos or photos, they want you to pay a certain fee. Like one place was 10 lev if you want to take photos. We opted not to do that. And then overall, my impression of the prices was that it was cheaper than what we generally pay in California where we live, but it wasn't as cheap as I expected it to be. Not bad. We went to a bar at the end of our day that was kind of like had a hip vibe to it, and I paid 15.50 lev for a cocktail, which is about $9 American. So it is cheaper, but it's not necessarily cheap. Good morning. It is 8:38 in the morning, and it is quiet on these streets. The only thing happening is cars driving around. We were looking for breakfast places yesterday and noticed a lot of them don't open till 10. But we're on our way now to a market. Which one?
Yeah, Central Market.
And so we're going to do that. And then hopefully on the way we'll find an open breakfast spot.
Or maybe eat there.
Yeah, that too.
So our first stop of the day was the Central Market Hall, a beautiful neo-Renaissance building from 1911 that we thought would be full of bustling markets. Turns out it's mostly a modern supermarket now. But hey, at least it's a supermarket inside a gorgeous piece of history. Next we wandered into the Women's Market, Sofia's oldest and largest open-air market. You'll find ceramic kitchenware, handmade crafts, local produce, and plenty of shouting vendors trying to outdo each other. It was established in the late 19th century. It was originally a place where women sold homegrown goods, hence the name. Today it's a cultural mix of Bulgarian, Turkish, and Middle Eastern influences.
I like everything. Yeah, it's beautiful. You said this is Morning Tears?
Happy Tears.
Happy Tears.
Yes.
You have a lot of good stuff. I'm having a hard time deciding.
If you like.
So this could go in the oven, what do you say?
Only
But I
oven.
don't know if we could.
No
Let me
gas?
see how heavy that is. Oh, it's not that bad.
No, okay.
Like $3.
The area was recently renovated, giving it cleaner stalls while keeping the vintage charm. It's a great spot to practice your bargaining skills, or at least try and smile your way into a discount.
How much for one?
1 kilo, 350.
350?
1 kilo.
Oh, I don't know. Go for then. How much is for one banana? You want one? Thank you.
All right, so we got bananas because we wanted to eat from something fresh in the market, and I would say it's good. Tastes like a good old regular banana.
2 for 1 lev,
Yeah,
30 cents each, roughly.
so cheap little snack.
On the way back, we stumbled upon Taras Shevchenko's monument, a tribute to Ukrainian poet and national hero. And right behind it was a World War II bunker, half sunk into the ground.
Quick walkthrough in Revival Square on our way to the Mall of Sofia. It's just weird seeing these bunkers throughout the city.
At this point, we needed some caffeine, but we decided for something stronger. We stopped at the Tipsy Cafe, a cozy spot with a playful name and even better brunch. Oh, and yes, Kuzma just couldn't resist. We returned to Hans and Gretel's, Sofia's fairy tale candy shop where the staff literally dresses in characters from the story. We ended up back at Kiva, because apparently it's becoming our Sofia hangout spot. Kuzma browsed through the very small local fashion and design stalls. We grabbed a drink and chatted about our adventures here in Sofia. We ended the day in the gardens of the Orthodox Temple of the Seven Saints, a calm, leafy spot where Sofia seems to slow down. We grabbed lunch and people watched, as street performers twisted themselves into fluorescent straps and nets. It was strange, impressive, and even kind of mesmerizing. Perfect reminder that Sofia is full of surprises. The garden is a popular meeting spot for students, musicians, and artists. You'll often find street performers and live acts here, especially on the weekends. From markets filled with colors and ceramics to cafes, candy, and contortionists, Day 3 showed us Sofia's playful side. It's a city where ancient history meets modern creativity, and somehow it all fits together perfectly. We are.
No hands!
Just rented a car at Top Rent-A-Car. Went pretty smooth. Leaving Sofia, Bulgaria. On our way to Plovdiv. A couple little stops along the way. That's what we're going to do on our trip. We have a destination and then we just kind of look for cool things to pull over and look at. So, first time driving in Bulgaria. Wish us luck. Side of a freeway, just eating at a little.
It's like eating an AM PM, but obviously way better. So this is a chicken with bacon and cream sauce, and there's some vegetables in here, and it's really good. And then we have zucchini that is stuffed with eggs and cheese, and it looks like peppers. So that's what we got for our lunch today. And then some bread to dip. Okay, so we have made it to Plovdiv, and it is so charming and cute. We just dropped our bags and came down to the old town, and already it's like super charming. Like, we've been here 5 minutes, and I'm really excited to see all the stuff that Plovdiv has to offer.
It's a new generation. Mr. Worldwide of party people. Get on the floor, darling. Get on red one. J-Lo, ya tú sabes, no hay más nada. It's a new generation. Mr. Worldwide.
These
What'd you find out about this place?
I found out that there is historical data that goes back all the way to the 4th century BC, and then there was even work done on the 2nd and 3rd century BC, but they can't, there's some trouble with dating on some stuff, and then there's also not a lot of information that was left regarding what was like living quarters or commercial quarters, things like that.
Alright guys, so we're looking to do a city tour here in Plovdiv. Went online and saw a company, I don't know if it's a company, but it's called Guru Walk. And basically they're free city tours and you just tip at the end. I'm assuming they plan on a bunch of people showing up and getting tips that way. But for us it was a cheaper route. Assuming it's on and we could find it. We think we're at the right place, but it was a $150 tour to go with another individual. So we're going to try this free one and see how it works for us.
Of course we'll tip, so it won't actually be free, because people do deserve to be paid for their work. But we are looking forward to learning some more in-depth information. Yesterday we did walk Old Town, but we didn't necessarily learn everything that...
We got to get the story behind it.
And some places they don't provide information, so you don't necessarily know what you're looking at, even though it's very, very cool. So hopefully we'll get the information to give us a little more historical background today.
We'll let you know.
Just wanted to ask if are you recording me?
Yes. Or not yet, but...
Usually that's against our policy.
Okay.
Just like bits and pieces, yes, absolutely. But the whole thing, I would ask you if it's possible, just not.
Of course.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. but I will try and steal the attention from the scene. You know, here's the video, which I can tell you.
What secret did you tell?
That I hope we get more viewers. So today we did our very first free walking tour.
Guru walking tours.
Guru walking tours, and our guide was named Elia or Elijah. And he was really good. He said he's been doing this 11 years, which I was kind of surprised because he looked fairly young. And what I really liked about it was that you could ask questions and like get a little bit more detail about things. Yeah, and the other tour was more money and it was going to be private, but we thought a group setting would be more interesting, which it did end up being more interesting. And we found out about an opera that we're going to go to tonight, which we wouldn't have found out otherwise. All right, so down there is the ancient theater, and we're going to go to the opera to listen to a performance. As you can hear, they're warming up, so it sounds really nice. I'm getting really excited.
So it is opening night, and we lucked out with some tickets. They weren't really advertising today, but somehow, you know, we know people, and we found out there were some tickets for tonight for opening night. So I'm gonna check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are leaving Plovdiv, heading out to a monastery called
Bachkovo, I think that's the right pronunciation. That's how it's spelled in in English. It's the second largest monastery in Bulgaria.
There is, and then we're heading off to our next destination, I guess, is Sozopol, where we're staying the night for 4 nights.
Yes.
And then we'll explore Nessebar while we're there. So we'll check out some sites along the way.
იხსნა ჩვენ და ყოვლისაგან ჭირისა, რისხვისა და იწვევებისა უფლისა მიმართვილოცო.
Do you feel at home?
You know what's funny? I'm like, oh, I recognize the smell.
She's got chickens at home that she misses. It's probably the coolest water fountain I've seen so far. What do you think of the monastery so far?
It has like a very reverent feeling, just peaceful and lovely.
Can you imagine the tree house you can build in that? Just visited this little church, not too far from the main monastery. Now we're going to take a little hike to even a smaller little church. Because we came prepared with our hiking shoes.
A dirty spot.
Turn. What is that? That thing's huge.
All right, everybody, just got done eating at a restaurant. The name, I can't pronounce it, but the name is right here. And check it out. So if you visit the monastery, make sure you stop and try this restaurant out. Delicious food. Here we are, Aspen's Fortress. I mean, Asen's Fortress. My toe. I'm fine. I'll walk it off. What a catapult. First a battering ram and now a catapult. I love this place.
Charisma, come out to this cliffside. Come on, Charisma. Dang, look at this.
I made it. Freshly made. You still smell the wood.
This is the original art on here. That is cool. I don't know, it looks too cool to be real. What do you think? Has this been repainted? Think it's original? Guess we'll have to do a little more research. Alright, we're in Asen's fortress. I think this is a bell. No sign saying I can't. Do you hear that?
Do it again.
See some guards come up and yell at me. That was cool. There's the bell I rang in there.
Holy moly. That's a lot of steps.
What is this? That's an inscription? So in case you haven't figured out, we thought it'd be cool to kind of stop at places along our main destinations, just kind of check things out along our road trip. So we'll be stopping at random places. Let's try the reservoir. I feel like a little kid out here exploring the hills. Hello? You're an idiot.
I'm an idiot! You're an idiot!
I claim this land for all of Bulgaria.
I'm so glad you have authority. I told you this is your homeland.
Felt like we've walked longer than 350 meters. Felt like we've walked more than 350 meters. So this is the church. And this may be the keeper's house. Church right behind it. Just got done with the Asen fortress.
Oh yes. Very cool. I do have a fear of heights. I have a fear of slipping down slippery, rocky steps or stones or whatever you want to call them. I did not. I did good.
There was a lot of
David
stairs.
tripped 2, maybe 3 times.
And she didn't get on video. But there are a lot of stairs. There are some slippery stones. Small bit of a hike. Probably not even quarter of a mile, but you know.
Well, the fortress wasn't bad.
Yeah.
but they also had a church, and it said 350 meters, and it was a little bit over.
A little over 400 meters.
Yeah.
It's about a half-mile round trip, and let me say that church, wow.
Tiny.
Tiny and not very exciting. So unless you want a half-mile hike through partially covered, get a little bit shade here and there, then I would say skip it.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah. But the fortress, definitely worth it. Check out the fortress.
Fortress is very cool.
On our way to another ancient fortress. So about an hour and a half away. See you there. Just took a wrong turn and we're driving through the residential area to get back on track.
That's a better park than the last town.
I know, it has a cannon.
So we have arrived at the ancient city of Kabile, or Kabile, we're not sure of the pronunciation. And as you see, the entrance is filled with sunflower fields. Sunflowers and a sunflower field, and it's just so beautiful.
This is a popular destination. Looks like there's an employee car and then our car. So they may not get very many visitors here, but we're gonna go up and maybe surprise them that we're here. Okay. Hi, puppy. He's unsure about me, which is good. Interesting stop already, just to kind of pull over and stretch your legs.
Do you see what a fossil or mastodon?
I saw that. Some good pottery work. Quite the collection. Must have had big dinner parties here. Fifth millennium BC and still using the same technique. That old rusty knife. Oh, poor fella. You can see they have these ruin sites, but very undeveloped paths to come look at them. I think you ventured off the trail.
I feel like I want to donate.
Alright, well, this was a two-story barracks. Prisoner, you're breaking the rules.
Not on purpose. We just didn't go out that way. Didn't say anything about not coming back.
True. We're kind of choosing our own adventure here. Alright, so we entered the back end of this bridge. We don't even know if we're allowed on here. Not very many signs. We're hoping this wood holds us. You got it. Careful. Yeah, I'm guessing we probably shouldn't be on this bridge. Hold the ropes just in case. Here, let me lead the way.
No, because it doesn't matter if you fall through or I fall through.
I have a better chance of hanging onto the rope than you do.
I'm more careful.
Well, do you want careful or do you want to make sure it's sturdy? What?
There's no post here.
No post.
There's no post.
That's true.
So maybe get on the bench.
Well, there's no turning back now. We're halfway. beautiful.
This is so like not.
Her bravery level just keeps going up and up and up.
So sketchy.
What? This is not sketch. You're the one hoping for a wooden platform to walk on. You brought this upon us. See, this is what happens when there's no signs directing visitors where to go. The tree growing right through the bridge. Oh yeah, it was blocked off. Good job. All right, let's continue our adventure. And I hope I don't get any Bulgarian ticks. We're gonna do a tick check once we get out of here. All right, so this would have been the easier way to go. We come see the ruins. And the Bridge of Death. Do not go there. Well, for once, you got us into an adventure instead of me. Look at the size of that nest. It's like a stork up there. Reminds me of that nest we saw in Morocco. City of Burgas. Sozopol, baby. Got the two-way traffic on a one road lane.
Is this where I go? No. Ta-da! A sea view with a balcony. And the weather is perfect. It's perfect. I know we have sandy beaches in both directions, but I'm not sure how far. So, yay! I'm super excited for enjoying this place in this atmosphere and just having a really nice time.
Here. So, impression of Sozopol?
Exactly. I love it.
Charisma's moving here.
I don't know. I love the ancient architecture and the charmingness of the town. I like that you can see stars at night, and the beach is like very nice, and to sit in a lounge chair like this is pretty reasonable. Both of us paid 21
Almost powder sand.
leva, which is pretty good. The water is cold at first, but then you get used to it, so that's nice and refreshing. And you can buy drinks a short walk away. Or lunch, if you want that. So that's kind of nice. Okay, so we came after the beach to eat at Joan Cafe and Restaurant, and it's right next to the Surreal Church. And the owner told us that it is the oldest cafe in Sozopol, and her family has owned it for 70 years, and she has ran it for 32. The food is really good. I had the shopska salad and the French fries. And then Damon had the cordon bleu, which came with French fries. And she's a really, really nice lady, and she seems to have a lot of pride in her restaurant, which I think is awesome.
You are on the beach today?
Yeah.
It's a little red.
This will balance your temperature.
Okay.
That's what she's hoping.
'Cause I'm-
Inside and outside temperature, it's good.
Okay, good, because I am very cold.
Having to rub it on your skin.
No, I don't think alcohol on the skin would be good.
No, it's the best way to, when you, after sun makes some injury on the skin, usually we use rakia.
See?
Oh, really?
Yes, but now we will start inside.
Okay.
Inside treatment.
Yes, please.
Here you are. Cheers. Enjoy.
Na zdrave.
Na zdrave.
Na zdrave.
You can sit outside and enjoy slow drinking of rakia.
Okay. And then we need a restaurant recommendation. Didn't expect that. Bulgaria.
I
What'd you
know
think of that?
that was like surprising, but so awesome. I knew flambe meant like fire, but I did not expect
Fire
fire
at the
at
table.
the table.
Yeah.
So that was very awesome.
Well, bon appetit.
Bon appetit to you.
What a show, huh?
It was a little crazy. The kids did great, but they started some fireworks, and then some of them kind of started to go off to the side and send sparks to the audience. I don't think anybody got hurt, but there was one lady that maybe, or she just got scared and she took off.
I saw a couple and a few kids also leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're running for their lives.
I was like, oh no.
Just added to it.
I was thankful we were in the very, very back.
Did not expect that. Not bad, huh?
So this would be perfect for a salt scrub. I should do this to my heels. That was so unexpected. It's like, huh. It's almost like oily. Like slick for sure. I think I am gonna exfoliate my feet.
Probably over there more. Ready for a mud bath?
No. Maybe might be, I guess. But then I don't know where I would sit. Clean feet? Muddy. Oh, it's slippery. I'm gonna fall.
Could be messy. You don't have a change of clothes.
No.
Got brave and went deep, huh?
Smells like sulfur now.
A little bit. Did you end up in the quicksand?
I think it feels really cool, actually. As you can see, it's very thick and it sticks, so like it's almost like I have shoes on at first, but I can feel like as I walk on the dirt, like it's wearing away. As
Like it looks
black as that is, like it actually feels cool to the temperature, which is a little surprising. Like it didn't feel hot. So
Alright, we can't come to this salt pool. I don't even know what it is.
we'll describe it.
Yeah, Chrism said it was probably leftover nuclear waste from a war, so close to the beach so I can soak in it, become superhuman, and then head back and wash it off before I become too ultimate.
Okay, Damon, it's time to go.
We have to.
Yes, we have to. We got things to do.
So if you ever want your skin to feel the softest it's ever been in your life, come here. This is amazing. So, sea view to Ravda. We're coming from Sozopol on our way to Nessebar, which is about another 7 miles from here. It's next door to the Wave Resort, which looks like a very nice resort. Water park inside.
So the kids would enjoy it, and pools. They have nice balconies. Many of them look like they have an ocean view, so that's really nice.
So highly recommended. Try something new. It was a cool experience. I came here for the bunkers and I had more fun watching Charisma walk in mud. I was hoping to cover myself in mud, but maybe next time. And then jumping in the, I guess it's called the Salt Sea, but it's more like a lake. So swam in there for a bit, enjoyed it. All my softness is partially gone. I'm still kind of soft, but not as soft as when I was bathing.
You did match the red water though.
Did I?
Because of your sunburn. I told you.
Nice, perfect.
Yeah.
I was like camouflage.
Welcome to Nessebar.
We made it.
got done exploring Nessebar, but so far our impressions are that it's architecturally like really awesome to see, like the old house style, but then also to see all the ruins from the old churches and the walls and all the other buildings that are here. It's much more touristy than Sozopol, but the architectural style is very similar. Nessebar, it does seem bigger in regards to the old town. The old town is bigger, so there's a lot more shops, there's a lot more restaurants. So if you're trying to choose between the two, I would say if you want more of like a touristy area, Nessebar would be the winner. If that.
Yeah, Sozopol is more of the culture feel. In my opinion, better beaches from what we've seen.
Yeah.
Here it's a lot of, I don't know if it's seaweed, but maybe seaweed growing from rocks underneath, it seems like, and rocky big stone beaches in the water. So it's kind of hard to find a sandy spot to enjoy being inside the water. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So it's got to be good, right?
Yeah. It's definitely a very cool place to check out, and I think if you were to come here, you'd be very happy. Us personally, we like the smaller, more relaxed vibe of Sozopol, so we are very happy that we are here. But I think if we were to choose one or the other, Sozopol would be the winner for us.
All right.
We have walked to the other side.
Central Beach.
All right, so we have made it to the Ravadinovo Castle, and we were driving up the road, and I'm just like, I don't know that I've ever been to a place like this. I'm super excited to check it out, so join us.
we drift in. Drifting down a saltwater river in a nature preserve in Bulgaria by Sozopol.
Get clean.
Oh yeah?
Look like dirty.
And there's trees? So it's showing that it was clean water, but it looks green because of the trees around us, all the leaves. We have a captain in training.
Which is calm?
The doc that's seen better days.
We're not walking on that.
Oh yeah, we are. Whoa! Can she get a job here? Can she work?
So we came upon a roundabout and we are now following a military convoy. We also stopped at the gas station and got a mashed potato snack, bacon. It said it was flash fried for 10 seconds. So that'll be interesting to try. Not now though. But we didn't get to have breakfast. Paprika flavored potato chips. Those are kind of a staple when we come to Europe. We've had them in a few different countries and we do like the flavor. But, alright, that's progress on our road trip. Headed to Veliko Tarnovo with some stops along the way.
So we're in the Balkan Mountains in Bulgaria at a town called Zheravna. They have over 200 wooden mountains wooden homes from the 18th and 19th century. So we're going to check these out and see what it's all about. Alright, so the correct pronunciation is Zheravna. So this place is definitely a little bit out of the way from our way to Veliko Tarnovo, but I think it's worth it. Definitely a cool place. Love the wood buildings. Love the rock walls.
Cement post.
Cement post?
Yeah, they look like they're wood, but they're cement.
Interesting. It's crazy coming from the hustle and bustle of Southern California to the slow, simple life.
So this one on the corner looks like it's modernized because they have like big glass windows.
Digging the styles of this wall right here. Most of them are like this, where they do a few layers of rock. And they got the layer of wood, and rock, and wood. So we've seen these all throughout Bulgaria. At first I thought they were like wanted signs, but they're actually in remembrance of the deceased. I feel like you need to get some Bulgarian handmade socks.
Okay, so for 3 of these little cheese-filled breadsticks things,
2 leva.
2 leva, and it's good. It almost tastes like, I want to say like a buttermilk donut without the sweetness. That's the texture of the bread anyway.
So our first homemade treat from a Bulgarian grandma.
It's not that hot really, but it still feels nice.
Especially on a sunburn. Not what I expected here, but a vending machine for coffee. I think if I was a billionaire, I would probably buy a house everywhere I went. I kind of fall in love with every place I go to. How much?
30.
30 lev, which is $18.
Buffalo milk with honey and walnuts.
I sure do not want buffalo milk, thank you.
How about buffalo milk with jam?
Maybe. Think that up.
I gotta wait for the...
No, you gotta go now when it's creamy.
No, it's too much. My own fault, because I don't know how to pour beer. I never pour my own. Don't we need to squeeze the lemon first?
Sure, squeeze it. Dang. That's delicious. Christmas favorite Bulgarian bread.
For sure.
Some kind of green topping to put on.
A spice. I don't know what the smell is.
Give it a taste.
Something, it's kind of salty. I'm not sure. It's good though.
Green salt.
So, before we leave, we gotta buy some so we can take it home.
So quite the coincidence that our food came out. And we have a friend that came and visited us.
That's cold water.
It's refreshing water. Straight from the mountains. Our first wildlife.
We saw turtles.
Not on the road. Will you guys move it? Nice udders. Alright, our next adventure. Water on fire.
Wow.
Yep, see you there. Alright, Chris, we're about 4 minutes from firewater. How excited are you?
I'm very excited.
She doesn't know what she's in store for.
I don't.
Big surprise. Alright guys, we made it to firewater. Follow me. So on the back side of this fountain is firewater. I don't have a match, and supposedly not only is mineral water flowing through here, but natural gas comes out here and there's flames that run out of here. So I've heard that it's very mineral concentrated, and some people like the water, some people do not. I'm gonna take a lap and let you know how it tastes. I don't taste the minerals, but I feel like I just tasted natural gas. I felt like I was standing over my stove at home, and before the flame got lit, I tasted some of that natural gas. So definitely I feel like I could light that on fire and fire would be coming out the top.
Is there a smell?
I don't know if it's all in my head, but I think I smell something. But I don't know. There it is. Hopefully it's on fire when you come here.
Would you say it's a success?
Of course.
There you go, people. Fire water.
Stick your nose up to it.
Yeah, I don't smell anything.
Maybe it's all in my head. Alright, our next adventure on our way to Veliko Tarnovo. I forget what it was, but I put it on Google Maps. So, Museum Totyu or something like that. So, it's going to be a surprise for me again. So, we're going to see what it is, and I'll pretend to be surprised.
In 200 meters, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived.
Wow.
I think we might be lost again.
Alright, should I...
Keep going.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're on the wrong road. Kuzma's mad at me because I'm making her back up like 200 yards.
Hold on. I was like, so should I turn around? Oh no, keep going forward. So now 200 extra yards of backwards driving.
Well, look like a cool forest.
The back up camera, which is fine. I can do the side view, but it just...
See, the problem is everything out here looks like a museum, so you just don't know if it's a residence or a place to visit.
I think I had a pretty good idea that we were needing to stop driving forward. And now I can't see.
So as it turns out, you just turn into this parking lot looking thing like I told Charisma, and she just kept on driving.
Liar.
And, you know, it looks something like this.
If only Damon would listen to me. We would have stopped here first. GPS says you have arrived, but you don't know if it's on the right or the left. We should have at least stopped and paused.
Well, like I said, everybody's house looks awesome.
Entrance fee. That's true. 10 lev.
$6?
$6.
Does it look cool?
I think. Sure.
We've made it this far, we're paying $12. Why not?
Yeah.
Bartender, a mojito, please. Make that 2. Quickly.
Say it in Bulgarian.
Definitely a beautiful setting. Let's see if they're open. I don't know if they're expecting customers.
Идейното училище и суровия чирашки живот в персийската работилница не допаднали на волното балканджийче.
Alright, so just got done with our museum tour of Philip
Totyu.
Sure, Totyu. So a local hero here in Bulgaria, did a lot for the liberation of Bulgaria.
We really didn't know what we were walking into, but I feel like maybe for as small as it is maybe a little pricey, but I also think like it's very cool that they're holding on to their history, and I do feel good like being able to support like learning and continuing those stories of how Bulgaria was established. This particular gentleman, starting in the 1860s, started fighting against the threat of the Ottoman Empire to establish Bulgarians as an independent country. And so it goes through his story and his life. The video was what, maybe 15 minutes?
Maybe, probably more 10.
Yeah, and then the place that we are at, which I think right here, that's one of the houses that he lived in while he was alive. So even though I feel like it's very small, it's very quick, and you know, you're paying, I don't know, $6 isn't a lot, and I feel like it was worth it, and I'm really glad we came.
Good little history lesson, and I did see a statue throughout the country and places we visited, so kind of like, oh, who's that guy? And now I know who he is and what he did, and kind of know that the Bulgarian people kind of hold him up high for his efforts and going to prison like 20 times and escaping and being released, and probably like 3-4 times he was in prison. So yeah, pretty good story. So if you're in the area and you want to check out a small little museum and kind of give back to the people, then come on down. All right, next adventure. Okay, our last stop before we hit Veliko Tarnovo, a monastery. Not going to try to pronounce the name, but we'll figure it out when we get there. 15 minutes away. There we go, down another wooden trail. Alright, look where Charisma took us. Kilifarevo, definitely wrong.
Kilifarevo.
Nativity of the Virgin Monastery.
So let's go check it out.
Definitely different than the last monastery we visited. This one feels almost more residential. Alright, what'd you think about that?
I thought, like, I mean, it's definitely not as, like, grand as the other one, but I still thought it had, I still like it. I feel like this, you can tell that they're definitely less funded, so that affects a lot of the maintenance of the property. But I could hear people talking like in their rooms and stuff, so that's like when Damon says a residential feel, that's kind of the vibe I got also. It might be the time of day that we went as well, because before we went in the morning and now we're here in the evening, so that might be an effect also.
Okay. So now, our final destination, Veliko Tarnovo.
Ta-da! A gorgeous view of the castle and the fortress. And yes, I am so excited to go venture to that tomorrow.
Enjoy the view. Hopefully it's lit up tonight and we can see the light show, because I know they put lights on this castle. So hopefully tonight's the night and we can enjoy our bottle of wine. On our way up to a fortress. Just started. She's already yawning, but look at the view up here. We're not even at the top yet.
I would like to preface that the yawn is due to a lack of her morning coffee. That's normal in her region.
We gotta find her coffee ASAP. I know it's not a gun, but see something like this, you gotta pretend it is.
This thing loaded?
Hey Damon, please pay attention to the sign. Danger. You don't go on the wall.
That's just for people with bad balance. Charisma, up to the watchtower. Faster, soldier.
You act like I'm being silly, but you know how accident prone I am.
Just amazed at your speed and agility, that's all. So today, it's supposed to be 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, we're here on the 2 days where it's in the hundreds. And then when we leave, it's going to drop. Yep, 85, low 80s. So we hit the little 2-day heat wave just in time.
Yeah, so, I like heat waves better.
So, I think Christmas struggling in the heat a little bit. Or should it?
Not struggling, but it is hot. Just, I came mentally prepared to have a sweat bath today.
She'll make it. She's a trooper.
Yeah, I'll be good.
Where'd you take us to, Charisma?
A waterfall.
I guess any waterfall. Hotnitsa. Sounds like it's raging. Check it out. Down. Ooh, look at that sketchy staircase. Want to go up there?
Yeah, I'm on my way. There's people.
I don't know if I like the look of that sign. Looks dangerous. I do have to admit, I thought there was no way you're going up those stairs. You wouldn't walk out on that secure platform, but you came up the sketchy stairs. You always amaze me.
Going up is not the issue, it's going down. That's what I don't like.
Alright, we'll see how you do going down.
Yeah.
So here's where it gets sketchy, where I don't even know if I trust that bridge right there.
I did see people walking across, but it did look like they were cautious.
Oh, so it's probably safe.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't like this even. I know it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but...
You still going up?
I don't know. I guess.
She is getting very crazy. Never thought I'd see the side of Charisma. Charisma's going full on Machu Picchu.
Very solid.
Okay, here I come.
Are you doing this just to show off, or are you actually just brave?
I don't know.
Oh, Slot Canyon.
Oh, this is cool. I like this. This is nice and secure.
It's all rock falls on our head. Now I feel like I'm at like a deserted island, a castaway. Whoa, look at that. Top of the waterfall. Okay, if you're in Veliko Tarnovo or heading to Veliko Tarnovo to Sofia, you have to come here. This place is cool. When I said a little while ago, I don't know if I'd want to camp out here. I changed my mind. On top of one waterfall and going to the next. And these bridge structures are pretty well constructed. I did not expect the waterfall trail to go this far. More calorie burn. Look at her go. Dora the Explorer. Lord of the Rings to me.
Here it comes.
Want me to go first so you can follow me?
No, because then we're both hurt. What good does that do?
I'll catch you.
No.
That's my girl. I'm married to this jungle woman. Just like that, the adventure has come to an end. 2 went in, 2 came out. No injuries.
We do not recommend this. He's being silly.
Don't listen to her. Recommended. It's a little monument park right off the highway here. We make our way back to Sofia. Alright, adventure hike for charisma number 2.
Maybe they're doing the American thing of hello. Echo!
This is quite the grand entrance. Not a cave you have to crawl through for sure.
Okay, so I thought this place would be cool, but this is like awesome.
Reminds me of Land of the Lost. Hopefully we don't run into Grumpy.
Maybe this is where the river came. Marshall Williams.
The eyes of the god. That's Charisma before Poison Oak.
There's a trail.
Bulgaria definitely has so much beautiful land. And you see it while you're driving, but you don't really appreciate it until you're actually in it. Charisma will freak out about these bridges here. Watch.
There's a hole in the stairs. I will say, Bulgarians make things that look very rickety, but they're very sturdy.
There's definitely bats in here. Reminds me of Thailand caves when I got swarmed by bats. Yeah, this is just the fall of death here.
All the way up to the opening. There's like a hole over here.
Oh yeah.
If I had better shoes on, I might venture that way, but not good. Like if we were like at a home hike.
You can do it.
As our time here in Bulgaria comes to a close, I am so happy to say that we chose a road trip and it was a success. We got to see so many unique things and small little touristy sites along the way, which we wouldn't have been able to do had we not done a road trip. We highly recommend it, and we hope that you will continue to follow as we head on to Turkey.